What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Mid-Level Media channel. And today this is going to be a very casual video. No fancy intros or openings or anything like that, because I'm getting ready to show off my entire DVD collection. I got around 200 DVDs, something like that, that I'm going to show off to you guys. And to be honest, I've been putting this video off. I did my entire Blu-ray collection like over the summer. I split it up into parts, into categories, and I always wanted to do the DVDs in a separate video as well. But to be honest, it's that Blu-ray video that I did that was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I did it like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. You can go check it out if you guys had the time, but that took a lot out of me. It was very draining. So I've been taking my time getting to the DVD collections, but I'm finally ready to do it. And I figured what better time than the Halloween October season, because the majority of these DVDs that I still own in my collection are horror. And the main reason for that is a few years ago, probably around 2015, 2016, somewhere in there, I had around 500 DVDs, and I actually sold all of them except for my horror DVDs. I went to like a Half Price Books, and I gave them all to them, and I got like, I think $170 for it. So I got a pretty good amount for the DVDs, but I had it in my head I was going to go digital. I was in this digital phase, and then, but I kept my horror DVDs for some reason. And the reason being is because I've always found horror I just couldn't part with some of them. Some of them I didn't feel like I could find again if I wanted to. Couldn't find on VOD, so I had to keep them. They're sentimental to me. I've had them forever. I used to, when I was younger, like that's all I watched was horror movies. Horror movies and comedies. That was like my two favorite genres. So they were sentimental to me, and I couldn't part ways with them. So I kept a lot of them. Over the past few years, as I gotten back into collecting, obviously with Blu-rays and 4Ks and all of that stuff, because physical media is always the way to go, guys. I started collecting DVDs as well. I went to Half Price Books again. They have a lot of clearance sales a lot of times. So a lot of these DVDs I got for $1. So great deals right there. But yeah, I'm going to show you all off every single DVD in my collection. So like I said, it's going to be a very casual video. When I go back through and edit this, there's going to be very little editing. If I screw up, if I mess up, oh well, we're just going to deal with it. But before I get started, I'll go ahead and ask you guys, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the Mid-Level Media channel. I would definitely appreciate it. Give this video a like, and also comment down below anything that you see in my collection that you like. What's your favorite movie that I go through? Any comments that you have to make, I would love for you guys to leave a comment down below. Always love interacting with you guys. And the comments is always super fun. So I got a lot of movies in here. You're bound to love one of them at least. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get the big heavy hitter out of the way, because I've had this since, I think, 2004 is when it came out. But I was always a huge Nightmare on Elm Street's fan, and this was like the box set. Right now, the Friday the 13th Scream Factory is the box set. Back in 2004, this Nightmare on Elm Street box set was the box set to get. Incredible box set. On the front, you got the new Nightmare Freddy. Well, actually, this is the back. On the back, you got the new Nightmare Freddy. I'm assuming this would be the front. That's the old school Freddy. The thing about this one, though, I don't love the packaging on the discs. And I'll show you guys what I mean. For those of y'all that are a little bit younger and may not have mentioned this. And this, I like having this set because it makes me feel like I have physical media cred, you know? Like, I've been collecting for a long time. Back in 2004, I got this. And, at some point, I'm going to show off my VHS collection that I've had since I was like 10. But, you got Freddy's Dead right here, guys. I know, the best one in the franchise, right? But yeah, they're these real, like, thin, almost like clamshell type cases, but not clamshell. These were the very cheap DVD cases from back in the day. Nobody liked these, not even back then. But you got Freddy's Dead, you got Nightmare 2, you got the Nightmare series Encyclopedia, which I forget what this even is. I also remember this came with like some 3D glasses as well. Dream Child. So they had some really cool poster artwork on there, like the original poster artwork. So I did appreciate that. Nightmare 4, and I'm going backwards, but who cares? Nightmare 3, you got New Nightmare right here, and you got the original Nightmare on Elm Street. So, and you got a cool little booklet here as well. I think that, yeah, this is the thing where the 3D glasses came in. But I think like my daughter or something got into this set when she was really little. Maybe my son, I don't remember. And they took the 3D glasses and basically tore them apart. So I don't have the 3D glasses anymore. But you know, those are kind of irrelevant nowadays anyway. But let me put this back in the box and we'll move on. But yeah, this Nightmare on Elm Street set is very sentimental to me. I haven't even bought the Blu-ray collector set that they came out with. And it wasn't even really a collector set. It was like a little kind of box thing that, you know, had all it didn't even have individual cases and stuff. I would love if Scream Factory would do the Nightmare on Elm Street series next. That would be incredibly awesome after they do the Friday the 13th set. All right, but let's move on to this next one. And a lot of these are completely random. And I've got horror movies. I've got some regular movies as well that's going to pop up in here. I didn't put these in any kind of order, so it's going to be a weird order. The only thing I knew I wanted to do first was the Nightmare one. But let's go ahead and move on. We got a lot of movies to go through. I want to try to get through them as quick as possible. But I'm always so long-winded when I talk because some of these movies I just love and I want to talk about them. But the first one up is The Sacrament. And I think I got this at a Half Price Books, but it says Eli Roth Presents. He didn't direct it, but it's from the director of House of the Devil. I'm not really sure what this is about, but it looked interesting. Like I said, if I'm at Half Price Books, I see a horror movie for $1, I go ahead and grab it. So The Sacrament, I'll watch it at some point. Who knows? This next one, this is a fun movie, a fun slasher, Wrong Turn. This is the only Wrong Turn movie I've seen. They've come out with like 100 sequels since then, but I remember this one being fun. Kind of the backwoods monsters and stuff like that, kind of harkening back to the old school, like Friday the 13th style. I know this brought that back. The Hatchet movies brought it back a little bit, but Wrong Turn, it's a fun movie with Elijah Dushku, I think's her name, in her prime. So, fun movie. I need to watch that again. Next one, and I might have some more Resident Evil movies, but Resident Evil Extinction right here. I found at a Half Price Books. I think it's still got the sticker on it. But this one, you know, Mila Jovovich, I think this was the third one in the series. This is where this series just fell off for me. Like, I like the first two ones for what they are, but it tries to go way too far into like the lore it's trying to create within this universe, and it just doesn't work for me. But for $1, I went ahead and grabbed it. Next one up, guys, Psycho. I love this DVD cover. I think I saw it at a Target or something and got it for $5, but this is an awesome pop art cover. I own so many variations of Psycho now. I've got a DVD, I've got a couple Blu-rays, I got that Blu-ray set. I just got that Alfred Hitchcock 4K collection. So you can never have enough Psycho, right? But yeah, you take this out. It's the same cover on that. And yeah, Psycho's fantastic. Psycho is fantastic. Next up, the first M. Night Shyamalan film, The Sixth Sense. Still has the Half Price book. Like I said, guys, a lot of these, when I get to ones that I've had since probably DVDs were created back in the early 2000s, I'll call that out. A lot of these are dollar or Half Price Books pickups from the past few years when I've been going there. But yeah, great M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's not my favorite. I think it's probably my second favorite behind Signs. But yeah, this is a fantastic movie for sure that put M. Night on the map. Next one, this is a James Wan film, Death Sentence. I haven't seen this for a very long time, but I remember this being super fun and entertaining. I need to see this again at some point. But Kevin Bacon, terrific actor, been in tons of stuff, but he always seems to never forget his horror roots. And that's what I appreciate about Kevin Bacon. You know, he was in Friday the 13th, and he does films like Death Sentence, and another one that I think I have in here, but Hollow Man, Tremors. This guy's got so much horror in his filmography, but he also has other great movies as well. And it's like that's what I like about him. A lot of the big actors, you'll see him pop, like Johnny Depp or somebody. He's in The First Nightmare, Jamie Lee Curtis. Well, she was in more horror movies, but you know what I mean. They seem to forget their horror roots as they go on, and Kevin Bacon never did. He always paid it back, and I think it's just because he loves the genre. So, really good movie early movie from director James Wan. These next two up, guys, I'll just go ahead and show them both. I love both of them. Scream 1 and Scream 2 DVD. I haven't upgraded to Blu-ray on these yet. But yeah, these are both fantastic. Of course, I like the first Scream better, but in my opinion, I think Scream 2 is the best horror sequel of all time, hands down. I love it. The whole franchise is very consistent. I know people complain about the third one. I like the third one. I think it's super fun. I think Scream 4 is even better than the third one. So yeah, I love all these movies, but these two are both masterpiece horror films in my opinion. Scream 2 only slightly or Scream is only slightly better than Scream 2, but I love both of them. All right, this next one, guys, I actually watched this one for my 31 Days of Horror last year, and that is High Tension. I think this came out in like 2002, but this is a trippy-ass movie. Very gory, very violent. And there's a twist that happens like 30 minutes into the movie that like literally blew my mind. And I kind of knew it was coming because it had been alluded to me in other people's reviews of it and stuff. But yeah, if you haven't seen High Tension, it's an older movie. It's a foreign movie. But it's an excellent movie. Definitely check it out. Next one up, guys, is Manhunter. So this is the prequel to Silence of the Lambs. I actually don't know if this came out before. Let me see if I can see the date on the back. 1986. Okay, so this came out before Silence of the Lambs. But Anthony Hopkins was not cast as Hannibal Lecter in this. It was a different guy. I haven't seen this. And I guess they remade it with Red Dragon because that was supposed to be before it as well. But Manhunter, I need to watch at some point. This next one, guys, Christopher Walken, Prophecy 3. So another one I found at half price. I don't even own the first Prophecy. I think I saw it a couple of weeks ago somewhere when I was out, and I didn't buy it because I thought I owned it. But I think I just owned Prophecy 3. But yeah, I haven't really gotten into these movies, but yeah, check them out at some point. Like I said, if I find an interesting looking horror movie, I might necessarily want to watch it. I just want it in my collection. So I think that the true collectors will know what I mean when I say that. Next up, I think I got this at a Dollar Tree, one of their sales of Monsters. This is actually Gareth Edwards, one of his first movies. The guy who did Rogue One, he did Godzilla. So I need to check out Monsters because I've heard pretty good things about it. Next up, another Dollar Tree pickup. Actually has Sansa Stark in it, Josie. I heard this was crap, but you know, it has a name in it. Sansa Stark, she's a name. Sophie Turner. And it was only $1, so I grabbed it. You'll hear that a lot in this video. It was only $1, so I grabbed it. You'll buy anything for $1, right? It's crazy. Let me take a drink real quick. All right, this next one is Final Girl. It has, let's see, Abigail Breslin in it and Wes Bentley. So I had never really heard of this. I think I found it at Dollar Tree as well, so I need to check it out. It's got some good actors in it. Next one up, guys, Guillermo del Toro movie, Blade 2. I don't own Blade on Blu-ray, but I own it on DVD. I own Blade, another Blade movie, which we'll see later. I got the first Blade on Blu-ray, which I'm excited to get the 4K when it comes out this year. But I wish they would put this in 4K because Guillermo del Toro, of course you know him. He's a visual storyteller, great filmmaker. And I think this movie will look freaking fantastic in 4K. But I love Blade 2. I like it better than the first. I think it's the best of the trilogy. So Blade 2. Next one, I think I got this at Walmart. I scooped it up for like 10 bucks. The Midnight Man. And I haven't watched it yet. I bought it, I think, because it had Robert Englund in it. And just a tip for everybody. A lot of these stupid Walmart horror movies will usually end up at the Dollar Trees or the half-price books for $1 in like 2 or 3 months. So don't bother buying any of these for like 10 bucks when they come out. Unless it's something that you really want to see and you know you're going to watch it. Like I thought I would, but I didn't. So just wait for it to go down to $1 because a lot of them are not worth it. Another one, guys, that I bought, and that one was a Scream Factory. This is Scream Factory 3, but Pyewacket. I actually like this one. It was a pretty decent movie, and I did watch it. It's nothing special, but I think this is another one you probably could have got at like a Dollar Tree or something in a few months. But yeah, it wasn't too bad though. Next up, guys, I'll hold both of these up together. I don't have them on Blu-ray yet, but I need to upgrade them. And then you got Jaws 3 and Jaws the Revenge. A lot of people don't like these movies. I like every Jaws movie. Of course, the first one's one of my top 5 movies of all time. I love the first Jaws. It's on a whole nother level. I think Jaws 2 is a, I'm sorry, I shook the camera there. I think Jaws 2 is like a slasher almost. So I love it for that. And Jaws 3 I always loved because of the SeaWorld thing. I always thought that was really cool. And Jaws the Revenge is ridiculous, but it's super fun. So yeah, that 3-pack set that has Jaws 2, 3, and 4 came out like a couple of weeks ago. So definitely pick that up and check those out. Because if you haven't seen any of the Jaws sequels, because you've been put off by all the negativity, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. All right, guys. So I actually covered this in my 31 Days of Horror recommendations, which you guys can check out. I dropped the video for that yesterday, week 2. I did week 1 last week, where I list off 7 horror movies a week that I'm recommending you guys watch during the 31 Days of Horror. And this is The Descent, Neil Marshall's movie. I spoke about it in my video, so you can see my thoughts there, but this is a great film. Definitely check it out. Next up, we got a random Stephen King find. I think this is made for TV, but Storm of the Century. I might have found this at half price as well for $1, but yeah, like I said, guys, especially Stephen King stuff, I pick it up if I see it. This one I think I got from Walmart out of one of their bins, and I know the 4K came out for it, but I hadn't seen this movie yet. I know it's a bad thing to say, but I need to watch it. I know it's a classic movie, classic coming-of-age film, but Stand By Me, classic. So I was happy to get this for like $3.75, I think. But if I like it, who knows, I might get the 4K. These next two, another couple of Stephen King made-for-TV movies. You got Tommyknockers, you got Rose Red. Interesting thing about Rose Red is when I found it, I actually found 2 copies of it, and I looked on, this is back when I did my Good Will Hunting a lot. Good Will Hunting, it's a great movie. When I was doing my hunts at Goodwill, I found 2 copies of this, and I looked on eBay, and it was going for like $30. So I sold one of them on eBay for $30, and I kept this one because it's still in its wrapping, and like I said, I like owning Stephen King stuff. All right, guys, this one I think I got at half price for $1 too, American Psycho. I need to watch this again because I don't think I've seen this since 2002 or something, around the time when it first came out. Before Christian Bale blew up as the great Oscar-winning, Oscar-nominated actor that he is today. I don't think I've seen this since before all of that. Since before Batman Begins, I don't think I've seen this movie. So definitely need to watch it. It was super awesome and crazy and psycho. From back in the day, but yeah, need to watch American Psycho again. James Gunn film Slither. I remember this being pretty fun. I need to rewatch it though. Need to rewatch Slither. I know it's got a Scream Factory or something now. I think, yeah, it's got a Scream Factory. This one, Dennis Quaid movie, Ben Foster, 2 great actors. Pandorum, I think is what it's called. Another half price books pickup. Haven't seen it yet, but hopefully soon. Rest Stop. Yeah, another half price, I think. So, looks like kind of like a revenge type film. I don't know. I'll check it out. Like I said, a lot of these I just haven't seen before. This is a sequel to a notoriously kind of terrible sci-fi horror movie, Lawnmower Man 2. I don't know if I've seen Lawnmower Man 2. I know I've seen the first one. I remember the first one for that pool scene where the pool's closing up and he's swimming in it. But I don't think I've seen Lawnmower Man 2, Joby's War. So somebody tell me if this is worth watching. I would be interested if there's any Lawnmower Man 2 fans out there. Please comment down below. I just want to hear somebody that actually likes this movie or has seen it. Just let me know in the comments below, please. This is a Dario Argento film, and I only got it because it's a Dario Argento film, and that's Jennifer. I think it's one of his later films. Came out in like the 2000s. Only 58 minutes, so that's interesting. But I haven't seen it, so I'll watch it at some point because I want to get to more Argento at some point too. This one I bought when it first came out, another $10 Walmart pickup, but all the creatures were stirring. It's like a Christmas horror movie, which is its own subgenre. I heard really horrible things about it like after I bought it, so then I never watched it. I need to watch it, maybe this Christmas. This is one of my all-time, actually this is my favorite horror movie of all time, The Exorcist. This is a badass cover. I remember when, I think it was Walmart that was putting out these Monster Mayhem, and you'll see more of these pop up. These Monster Mayhem slipcovers right here. That was just like back in 2017. This is when I first started collecting again. These are like $5 at Walmart. They're just too cool to pass up. I've got a couple more, but yeah, great cool artwork on these covers. I love the artwork. Now this is one that I think is a holdover from my early, I think I bought this in 2002 when the movie first came out, The Ring. So yeah, I really enjoyed The Ring. I really enjoy The Ring. I think I watched it a couple of years ago, and it didn't quite hold up for me like it did when I first saw it. But the music is great. The atmosphere is great. It's got some legitimately scary moments in this movie that still kind of freak me out to this day. The Ring 2, not so much, but the first Ring is good. And I know this was an early DVD because it's full screen. And I didn't catch on to the trick. You remember, I think they stopped doing that after a while, but you remember back in the day when people hadn't fully adjusted to the widescreen format. So the DVDs would release full screen and they would release widescreen. And sometimes you would accidentally get the full screen when you didn't want it, because if you tried to watch a full screen movie on your widescreen TV, it looked silly. And yeah, full screen, definitely an early DVD. So The Ring. Next up, guys, is Pumpkinhead. And I think this was like a random Walmart bin pickup. And I saw Pumpkinhead in there and I grabbed it. I watched this for the first time like 3 years ago. It was okay. I'm not going to say it's one of the best horror movies I've ever seen, but it was fine. Pumpkinhead's fine. Lance Henriksen, you know, he's a legend. So this one I haven't seen for a very long time. Filmed by Wes Craven, actually, and that's Red Eye. So I remember thinking this was like going to be like a zombie ghost movie or undead movie or something like that. Like he was going to turn into a monster, but it was really just a thriller in the air. And I remember being slightly disappointed when I saw it, but I know a lot of people love this movie, so I need to give it another chance and watch it. It's a great cast: Rachel McAdams, Cillian Murphy for sure. Next up, guys, the sequel to the original Michael Keaton film, White Noise. This is White Noise 2 with Nathan Fillion and Katie Sackhoff. So I have not seen White Noise 2. I remember seeing White Noise in the theater, and that was kind of like the prelude to the Paranormal Activity era. I remember White Noise not for the movie, because I remember the movie being kind of boring and not that good. I remember it for the trailer, because I remember seeing a trailer in the theaters and it legitimately freaked me out. So yeah, White Noise 2. Next up, we got Rob Zombie film, House of a Thousand Corpses. I don't remember where I saw that. I guess I got this at half price because it's got the sticker on it. But yeah, I'm glad to have this in my collection. I need to, I honestly wanted that triple pack that they had, but I already have 3 from Hell on 4K. So I need to find that double pack Blu-ray with Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses in it. But I got it on DVD. This one, a classic Carpenter film, Escape from New York. Classic with Kurt Russell. I don't have the Scream Factory or anything like that yet, but I do have the DVD. So, you know, it's better than nothing. If I want to watch the movie, I got it. And that's the thing, guys. Like, I've been really into collecting 4Ks. I'm sorry, I'm going to break from this for a second. I've been really into collecting 4Ks and Blu-rays the past couple of years. But over the past few months, I've gotten in the mindset of, I don't care if it's a DVD, if it's a Blu-ray, if I see it out somewhere and it's cheap, you know, Goodwill, a half price, Big Lots, I'm just going to get it, because at the end of the day, I want these films in my collection. I want to own them so I can watch them whenever I want. So if somebody rips them off all the streaming services for whatever reason, they're controversial or whatever, I have them. I have them forever. So I just want to own these films. I want to have them in my collection. And that's honestly all I care about. It's not all the different formats and all that stuff. Of course, I love collecting Blu-rays. That's the primary format that I buy. But I don't mind buying DVDs anymore. I just don't. This one, Room 237, which is the documentary to The Shining. I have not watched this yet. I bought it. I think Walmart put it out. This is a really cool cover on this one. And I'll take it out of the slipcover, but right there, yeah, that's a really cool kind of slipcover presentation on that one. So I need to watch that at some point. All right, let's get into the next stack, guys. We got the Blair Witch double feature. And I think I found this at a Goodwill for like $2. Blair Witch Project and Blair Witch, was just Adam Wingard's film, which I have on Blu-ray, but I bought it because it was the double pack and I wanted Blair Witch so I could watch it. Great films. I love both of those Blair Witch films. Actually, I like the first one a little bit more because it's, you know, it was an experience. It was one of a kind. But I think Blair Witch is a solid sequel. Definitely better than Book of Shadows. This one's kind of just, actually, I'm going to slide this over because I want to go over these in sequence. Deep Blue Sea 2, and it's got a Black Friday promo sticker on it still because I didn't get it out of the thing. So, yeah, Deep Blue Sea 2. I haven't watched it yet, obviously. It's still in the wrapper. Maybe I need to watch it. I love the first one. Tideland, which is a Terry Gilliam film, which the guy that directed 12 Monkeys, I believe, which I do have an arrow set for. But I haven't watched Tideland yet, and it's got Jennifer Tilly. It's got Jeff Bridges in it. It's got some people in it, so maybe I need to watch Tideland. Let's see. We got The Hitchhiker, which this is like a 10-film collection. Got Gary Busey in it, Kirstie Alley, Willem Dafoe, Helen Hunt, Margaret Kidder. Tons of people in this movie. I just realized this. Maybe I need to watch The Hitchhiker. But this is... It's not The Hitcher. So I guess it's like an anthology film, maybe? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to check out The Hitchhiker. It actually said that it was on HBO. So that's cool. This is a film directed by Bobcat Goldthwait. Who, if you don't know him, he's the guy that screeches a lot, and Scrooged is like his friend. I don't know. I just remember him for doing that. But that's interesting that he directed a horror film called Willow Creek, and I think it's a Bigfoot movie. So I definitely need to check this out. Next up, we got Darkman 2. I think I have the Blu-ray of the original Darkman, but I also have Darkman 2 on DVD because I found it at half price. This I think I found at a Goodwill, but this is a 4-film collection. All the Matrix films in one. So for $2, I got all the Matrix films. Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolution, Animatrix, all on here. So I got all my Matrix films right there. I think I found this at a Dollar Tree, and to be honest, it's only worth $1, but Independence Day Resurgence. This film is hot garbage. It sucked. Disappointed me to no end in the theater. I love the first Independence Day. Even though I recognize the first Independence Day is campy too. But this is just all sorts of bad. It's a horrible movie, but I have it in my collection. Oh well. Next up, I think we're getting into some Dollar Tree stuff, but I got Honeymoon. I remember watching this on Netflix. It's got Rose Leslie, who was Jon Snow's girlfriend in Game of Thrones. The one that dies in the wall episode. Sorry, spoiler alert. Yeah, she's a really good actress. This is actually a pretty atmospheric horror film. I remember enjoying it quite a bit. Next up, a lot of people love this movie. I still haven't watched it all the way through. I actually started it and then I got tired and went to bed and never picked it back up. Not because it was bad, I just never did. You know, sometimes you get that way with some movies. But Train to Busan, good zombie movie. I know a lot of people love it, and the sequel just came out, Peninsula, so I definitely need to check it out. Next up, we got Troll Hunter, which is the film directed by Avron Ovendale, who did Autopsy of Jane Doe. He did Spooky Stories or Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark or whatever a few months ago, or last year, 2019, it came out. So I need to check out Troll Hunter, and a lot of people say some good things about it. This movie I remember being a piece of shit. I'm going to be honest, and I already covered all the other nightmares. Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. I just remember not liking it. I need to watch. I haven't watched it since 2010, but I bought this. I think I got it at a Goodwill or something. But Nightmare on Elm Street, not a good movie. Not the remake. Let's see. Another one of these Monster Mayhem slipcovers, The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's. Of course, The Shining's another one I have multiple formats of, kind of like Psycho. Got the DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, all that stuff. I love The Shining. It's my second favorite horror film of all time. And yeah, I still haven't even opened this. Still in the plastic. So got that iconic image of Jack Nicholson right there. And let's see. I'm stacking up these DVDs so high they're getting ready to fall over on me. Just wait. Evil Dead 2. I already had the 4K of this when I bought it, but I found this at a Best Buy, and I just really like the cover of this. So for $2, I went ahead and bought it because, you know, who doesn't need more Evil Dead 2 in their lives, right? Everybody loves Evil Dead. Next up, guys, this is the only one of the Conjureverse movies that I have on DVD. And I think I found it at like a Black Friday for like $2, and that's Annabelle. The first one, which is the worst one of the whole series. It's probably the worst Conjureverse movie. It's even worse than The Nun. And The Nun is terrible. So, I have no desire to rewatch this, but I have it in my collection. Next up, guys, we have The Grudge, which is another half-price pickup, but I got it with a slipcover. And The Grudge, I saw that the 2020 Grudge that came out this year is like the worst movie I've seen all year. This, I don't remember liking either. I don't remember liking the original Grudge. I remember a lot of people thinking it was going to be like The Ring and just as scary as The Ring. And I just thought it felt like, I know it's two different stories or whatever, but it kind of felt like their attempt to recapture the magic that they have with The Ring. And they tried to do it again with The Grudge, and it didn't work for me. I didn't like this movie. But I bought it for $1 because I'm going to check it out again someday and see if I missed something the first time around. But another one of these Monster Mayhem slipcovers is Poltergeist. This is a great slipcover. I love this slipcover. This artwork on these is so interesting. It's kind of like abstract a little bit, but yeah, I love the artwork on this. Love this movie. Fantastic movie directed by Tobe Hooper. 1982, I believe, if I'm wrong. But yeah, classic horror movie. Love the movie. Next up, guys, we have Anna and the Apocalypse. This is another one I bought last year on DVD, I think. It's because I heard a lot of good things about it, but of course, I still haven't watched it yet. So I need to watch this. It's like a zombie Christmas movie, horror movie. So it's getting close to Christmas time, or at least after Halloween. So maybe I'll watch it this Christmas for you guys. So let's continue here. And I'm going to try to speed things up because I just realized I'm only through maybe like 30% of my DVDs, and I've already gone a half an hour. So I really don't want this to go too much longer than an hour. So let's start burning through these guys. And I got tons of Dollar Tree pickups that I'm getting ready to go through. I got Bulworth with Warren Beatty. I got this at a Dollar Tree. Up in the Air with George Clooney and Vera Farmiga, who is the director of Juno. So this is Jason Reitman, so the director of the upcoming Ghostbusters movie. I heard this was pretty good, but I haven't seen it. Another 4-pack, a Jean-Claude Van Damme 4-pack. You got Time Cop, you got Hard Target, Street Fighter, The Quest. Got this at Goodwill for $2, guys. So yeah, 50 cents a movie, DVD, awesome. Awesome set. Dollar Tree pickup, Inherent Vice, which I actually went back to the Dollar Tree like a couple of months later and got it on Blu-ray. So I paid $2 for a Blu-ray and a DVD copy of Inherent Vice, Paul Thomas Anderson film. So need to check that out at some point. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's Henry Cavill, Armie Hammer. Haven't seen this, but it's a Guy Ritchie film. I need to check it out. Let's see, 13 Hours, Michael Bay film. This is an actual good Michael Bay film. He's done maybe 3 good movies. This is one of them, Bad Boys and The Rock. So I would put this in the category with Bad Boys and The Rock as like one of the good Michael Bay films. Starring John Krasinski, pretty decent flick. Decent flick. Money Monster, which I didn't like this at all. I watched it, George Clooney, Julia Roberts. You know, you would expect more of these caliber of actors, but not that good. Another George Clooney movie. I got a lot of George Clooney on DVD. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Coen Brothers film. This is awesome. Excellent movie. I need to rewatch it. Alright, so this is a Yorgos Lanthimos movie. And funny story about this, I actually paid $20 for Dogtooth online. And I thought I was getting the Blu-ray because that's what the picture looked like. It looked like it was a Blu-ray, and when it came, it was a DVD. And I meant to send it back, but I never got around to doing it. So I own Dogtooth on DVD instead of Blu-ray, and I'm kind of upset about it, to be honest, but I'll need to watch it at some point. This one, got it at half price for $1, and you'll see I still got all these stickers on there, but this is one, I think maybe Darren Aronofsky's first film. It's just Pi. Haven't seen this. I need to check it out. This is a classic, guys. All-time classic, just in time for Halloween season. Ernest Scared Stupid. I love this movie. I love it. It's dumb, but it for some reason, I watched it a couple years ago, and it still held up. It was really dumb, but it still held up for me. I like Ernest. Like the Ernest movies. All right, guys. I don't have this on Blu-ray yet, believe it or not. I'm a huge Tarantino fan, but this is his first movie I don't own. Found this at a half-price books for $1, and it was one of these back in the 90s, not the 90s, but the early 2000s with the DVDs. They released, I think they did 8 covers, all different colors for all the different characters, Mr. Pink, Mr. Orange, Mr. Yellow. And this is one of them, so I went ahead and grabbed it because it's kind of a collector's item a little bit. And I owned this before, but I can't remember which color I had the first time. But good looking set right here. All right, this was a decent movie. I think, yeah, this is a David Cronenberg film, History of Violence. I remember seeing this in the theater, and it was pretty good. Viggo Mortensen's great in it, and it was right after Lord of the Rings, so I think around 2004, but I need to rewatch this one. Next up, some more Dollar Tree pickups. I can tell they're Dollar Tree pickups because they still got the plastic on them. I've never opened them. 99 Homes with Andrew Garfield and Michael Shannon. Never seen it. Heard good things, though. Spike Lee film, Red Hook Red Hook Summer. So yeah, need to check this one out. We got a Turner Classic Movies collection with a bunch of like old war films. I got this at a Goodwill for $2, so, and it's still wrapped, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. This next up, I think it's yeah, Sofia Coppola film, The Bling Ring. So yeah, I've heard decent things about this, but it is an A24 film, so I went ahead and bought it because I had it with a slipcover. I think I found it at half price. Next up, I think this was a Goodwill pickup. You got The Manchurian Candidate. Not the one with Denzel Washington, but the old school one. So I grabbed that on DVD. Got Janet Leigh in it too from Psycho. This one's actually getting ready to get a Shout Factory release. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, Chris Cooper. I need to check this out because I haven't seen it. And I know it was directed by Spike Jonze, who did Her. Written by, was it written by the person that, yeah, Charlie Kaufman wrote the script, who just did the I'm Thinking of Ending Things on Netflix, Eternal Sunshine. So yeah, I need to check that out. Need to organize these so they don't fall over on me. All right, next up, this is a classic from the 90s. Mystery Men with Ben Stiller. Not Willem Dafoe. God, what's his name? Sorry, William H. Macy. I couldn't go on without thinking of his name. From Boogie Nights and tons of movies. William H. Macy. It's got Kel in it from Kenan and Kel. It's a really fun movie. I haven't watched it in a while. You know, that Smash Mouth song was the big like theme song for it, but I need to go rewatch it. Next up, we got Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart and The Rock. Came out a few years ago. Found this at a Goodwill, so I picked it up. Speechless. I've never seen this movie, but it's got Michael Keaton in it, and Michael Keaton is my favorite actor, so I picked it up. And it's got Gina Davis, so that's funny. A Beetlejuice reunion. And I've never seen Speechless, so maybe I need to watch it. Philadelphia, a Denzel Tom Hanks classic, so need to watch this one at some point. Live by Night, which is Ben Stiller's last directed movie that kind of flopped. It was critically panned. I don't think it made a lot of money in the theaters, and correct me if I'm wrong, definitely not as much as Argo and some of his other films. No Oscar recognition, so. But I do want to check this out at some point. The Red Balloon, a random pickup at Goodwill. I saw it, and it just looked, like it was an interesting thing to own. So I went ahead and bought it. Hur the Remake. I heard some not so good things about this, but I think I got this one maybe on Black Friday or something. I feel like I got it at Walmart for like $3 and something. I don't know. I just picked it up. Maybe at Goodwill too. St. Elmo's Fire, which is a John Hughes. No, this was directed by Joel Schumacher. R.I.P. Joel Schumacher. So yeah, need to rewatch this one at some point as well. I've seen it a long time ago, but I haven't seen it in a while. Single White Female, which is the Bridget Fonda, Jennifer Jason Leigh movie. I think it's kind of like a home invasion type movie, revenge movie. Kind of like a Fatal Attraction, but I don't know. I need to check it out. Charade. I think I got this at Goodwill as well. Audrey Hepburn, Cary Grant, two classic actors, legendary actors. Classic Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan film, Sleepless in Seattle. I always have a controversial opinion when I talk about this movie because I actually like You Got Mail more than this. I haven't seen this for a very long time though, since I was a kid. But I remember I watched them both around the same time, and I liked You Got Mail a lot better than this one. The Villainous. I think I got this at Big Lots for like $2. It was right after it came out. This is another one that was at Walmart for like 14 or 15 bucks. Went down in price, so I grabbed it. Haven't watched it yet though. All right, guys, this is one of my all-time favorites, in my top 10 of all time. I think number 7 when I did my list on my Instagram last week, but this is T2. This is a cool metal case. Really metal right here. But I take this out. It's got the regular cover. It's got a little booklet in it. I don't know when this came out, but yeah, I got it at a Goodwill. I got it just because of that metal case, just because I wanted it. And yeah, it's a cool metal case. I like it. Like it a lot. I like it a lot. Sorry. All right, let's get into the next stack. So, like I said, this is more of my regular movie collection. Not a lot of horror in here. But I got some more Goodwill pickups. Last Days was Gus Van Sant, who did the Psycho remake, which is a movie about Kurt Cobain, I think, a biopic. So, haven't seen it. Colonia, which has Hermione from Harry Potter in it. Haven't seen that one. Lullaby, don't even know what this is. These are all random Dollar Tree pickups that I just got. Lock 13, not sure what that is. The Reluctant Fundamentalist. That sounds horribly boring, but I don't know what it is. David and Goliath. I don't know when I grabbed all these, because I wouldn't grab all these now. When I go into Dollar Tree now, I don't grab all those. I think this is when Dollar Tree first started doing their dollar stuff, and I just grabbed everything because I'm like, oh, it's $1, and I ended up spending like $30 on a bunch of shit when I just, just because it's $1. I understand like spending $1 on stuff that you might watch, but I'm never going to watch these. Like literally, I will never watch these movies. And I spent like $30 on all these movies I wouldn't watch. Why not just go buy one movie for $30 that I will watch? It doesn't make any sense. But in my collector's mind, it's like more is better. I don't know. It's weird. This is a classic movie I found at a Dollar General for $4. The Apartment. And I know there's just a bunch of big, nice box sets. I think Criterion's got a box set of this. It's super nice, but I've never seen this movie. And it's a classic. It's got Shirley MacLaine, Jack Lemmon, directed by Billy Wilder. So I need to watch this movie at some point. Definitely watching that one. Another classic, I think, also directed by Billy Wilder, is Some Like It Hot. Now, the funny thing about this is I think I got this at a Goodwill too. I didn't know I owned this on DVD, and I bought it on Blu-ray a few weeks ago at Big Lots. I think it was like $3 there. So now I own 2 versions of Some Like It Hot, and I've never seen either one of them. But also it has Jack Lemmon in it. This one somebody gave me at work. It was like a Christmas gift, The Great Debaters, and it was another one of those movies that were like, you gotta watch this movie, it's amazing. And I haven't watched it yet. Denzel Washington. A lot of people at work like to recommend me movies, and I just never get around to watching them. I don't know. Does that make me a bad person? Who knows? Who knows? This next one is, it looks like a Force Awakens DVD in a regular case. I don't even know how this got in there. I think I was going to let somebody borrow this and I put it in another case. I don't know. That's kind of weird. This is a really nice set of Punch Drunk Love. I think I got this at a half price books for only $1. So yeah, this is a really cool set. Definitely not as nice as the Criterion, but actually it's got a lot of cool stuff in it. Open it up and let's see, some cool artwork and stuff. Got a bunch of discs. It's a really nice set, but it is DVD. All right. Let's put this back in there. P.T. Anderson film. Raging Bull, Bob De Niro. I have a Blu-ray copy of this, but I grabbed it on DVD, I think, before the Blu-ray. I must have. These are part of those Warner Icons collectible DVD cases, Wizard of Oz, which I own the 4K of this now. But back when these first came out, I don't think they had a Blu-ray in stock left, but I bought this because I really like the cover. Same with North by Northwest. Bought that as well, the classic Alfred Hitchcock movie. I need to watch this for sure because I think it's the one he made right before Psycho. It's like his last big budget movie. This was a Black Friday pickup. I still haven't opened them yet, but this is Escape Plan with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. So that's cool that they teamed up for this, and I always wanted to see it, but I just haven't got a chance to yet. Another one is World's End, the end of the Cornetto trilogy, which I have not seen either. I've seen both the first ones, but I haven't seen this one. Reign Over Me, another half-price books pickup with Adam Sandler. This was another one of those serious Adam Sandler movies. He's made 3, notorious serious Adam Sandler movies. This is one of them, Punch Drunk Love and Uncut Gems. All really good movies. I like a lot of those movies. But yeah, I remember this one being really good. 9/11 influenced. Lots of good stuff in this movie. Heist with Dave Bautista and Robert De Niro, Jeffrey D. Morgan. So yeah, I haven't checked this out. I might at some point. It's got Robert De Niro. He's like the greatest actor of all time. Hancock. I didn't even know I owned Hancock until I just picked it up. Will Smith. I remember this movie having a really good first half, but the second half sucked. All right, Kick-Ass 2. I remember this being a very disappointing sequel to the first. The Raid 2, which I actually have the Raid on Blu-ray. I need to check this out, both of them, because I have copies of both of them, and they're notoriously awesome action flicks from the past 10 years. A lot of people talk these movies up all the time, so I need to just bite the bullet and watch both of them. Identity Thief. I think this was a DVD bin pickup at Walmart. Yeah, Identity Thief. Need to watch that. Haven't seen it. A Million Ways to Die in the West. A lot of people talk a lot of shit about this movie, and to be honest with you, I remember thinking it was okay. I don't remember thinking it was the best thing in the world, but directed by Seth MacFarlane. I'm not a big Family Guy person. I don't know why, just that humor doesn't connect with me whenever I watch it. So, but I did like Ted, and I think I remember enjoying this movie quite a bit. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it. Another bin pickup, The Cat in the Hat. I don't know why I own this. You know what's funny? I think the reason why I own this, I used to do a segment on my Instagram page where I would show myself holding 2 DVDs from the bin, and I would say pick one for me to make me buy one of these. And people voted for this for me to buy, and I bought it because of that. I think that's why I own some of these terrible movies. Same thing with Triple X. Same thing with Dracula Untold. I think those are all like those DVD bins. If anybody's followed me for any length of time on Instagram, you might remember that. The Goonies. This is a cool looking DVD set that came out at Walmart a few years ago. I'm not a big Goonies fan. That's why I didn't grab the 4K. I watched this actually for the first time when I bought this DVD, and I think it's one of those movies that if you hadn't watched it when you were a kid, it doesn't hold up or resonate with you now. So I didn't enjoy the Goonies that much. I don't know. It seemed like a very generic kids 80s movie. Let's see. I got the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead on DVD. I think I got these at half price for $1 a piece, so I went ahead and bought them. And let's be honest, the first 2 seasons are probably, honestly, the best and most consistent of that whole series. When Harry Met Sally, and I haven't even opened this yet. I think I got it at a Goodwill. Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan, so I need to watch this movie. I know it's got a Shout Factory out. Short Term 12, that was a random Dollar Tree pickup. I have seen this movie. I remember it being pretty good. But yeah, I just bought it because it was $1. Hologram for a King with Tom Hanks. I don't even know if I've heard anything about this movie. But yeah, Hologram for a King. All right, let's burn through this stack right here. You got Wolf Cop. That was a Dollar Tree pickup. Wolf Cop. Have not seen any of the Wolf Cop films. I got Blade Trinity. Told you I had another Blade film in the DVD stack. Not even opened yet, so that's cool. Notoriously the worst of the franchise, though. Swingers. I think, yeah, was this directed? This is directed by Doug Liman, so I need to check that one out because I don't think I've seen Swingers. Dollar Tree pickup, Ghost House. Tremors 5. I got Tremors 5, guys. The Shed, which is a RLJE Entertainment. I think I got this sent to me by them to review, and I reviewed it earlier this year. This wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. I actually enjoyed parts of it. It's not great, but I enjoyed some of it. Phantasm, classic series that I've never seen. I've never seen any of the Phantasm films. I need to remedy that and watch them. This was only $3 at Big Lots, so. Big Lots, man, they'll be killing it sometimes with their deals. You guys need to check them out. Final Girls, I just picked this up. You probably saw it in one of my Blu-ray hunting videos a couple weeks ago. From the Dollar Tree. Pulse from the Dollar Tree. Isabel from the Dollar Tree. Wakefield from the Dollar Tree. All these I just went over. Hello, my name is Doris. Roman J. Israel Esquire, Denzel Washington. When a Stranger Calls, I got this from half price. So all these are all my recent pickups from past Blu-ray videos. American Beauty. Classic. I love American Beauty. That's like one of my favorite movies. Sweeney Todd. We got the Subspecies. Got Beautiful Mind. Phantom of the Opera, $2.50 at Big Lots. All right, so this is a classic, another classic Hitchcock Rear Window, which I actually have this in 4K now. So this DVD version is invalid, but I do love this cover. I love these vintage pop art covers that Walmart does right here. So yeah, I saw Rear Window a long time ago. I honestly don't remember too much about it. I want to go back and rewatch it though. Need to. Once Upon a Time in America. This was a great find at a Goodwill. Stripes, another great Goodwill find. Let's see, Cat on the Hot Tin Roof. This was another awesome Goodwill find. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. I got it on DVD. Another Goodwill find. So you can find so many great things at Goodwill. Let's see, this is a 3-pack I found at Goodwill. 3 movies in one. Snow White and the Huntsman, Dracula Untold, Seventh Son. I don't think they're good movies, but 3 of them for a short price. That's pretty good. Hoosiers with Gene Hackman. Got that at a Goodwill. Let's see, Life Itself. This is a Dollar Tree pickup. Stage Fright. That was a Dollar Tree pickup. Funhouse Massacre. Dollar Tree pickup. Exorcist, the beginning. Stage Fright again. Remember, I got 2 copies of this. I need to go back on that video and see who I need to send this out to. I need to send this out to somebody. I know a couple of people wanted it. Charlie says, another Dollar Tree pickup. So I'm getting back into my horror movies now that I've gone through all the regular movies. There was some horror in that stack, but this is more like my traditional horror movie collection. A lot of these I've had for a very long time. Some of them half-price books pickups and stuff like that. So this first one, I think I got it at half-price books, but it's the Wishmaster and Wishmaster 2. Both of those on DVD, so that was a good deal for $1 for 2 Wishmaster movies. I still need to rewatch these movies. All right, let's see. We got Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof. And this is a cool slipcover. I've had this since it came out. I also used to have Planet Terror, but I think for some reason when I sold my DVDs, I sold that one and kept Death Proof. I don't remember why, but I did. I need to get this on Blu-ray at some point because I need to own all the Tarantino movies on Blu-ray. All right, guys, At Death's Door 13. So this is 13 movies in one. I got it at half price books for $1. I haven't watched it at all. Don't know if I ever will. But yeah, 13 movies in one. You can't beat that for $1. Dead Within, another half price books for $1. Haven't watched it. Dark Forces. This is a 4-pack right here. Haven't watched any of these. Comment down below, because I've been thinking about starting a series where I just do random DVD reviews of shitty horror movies. These would be perfect to do that kind of thing with. If you would be interested in that at all, comment down below and let me know. Another DVD horror movie that's awesome. I think I covered this in one of my horror recommendation videos, and that's Creep. Found footage movie, 2014 with Mark Duplass, directed by Patrick Brice. The Blumhouse movie. Awesome movie. It's on Netflix. Check it out. The Collector. I've heard good things about this series. I think the second one or the sequel is called The Collection or something. There might be 3 of them. I don't know. But I need to watch these because I've heard good things about these movies. This is an old school Chucky collection right here. This has, let's see, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, and The Bride of Chucky in it. I think this was all of the Universal Child's Play movies. I think the reason they couldn't have this Child's Play, because this one's owned by MGM, and it's not Universal, and all these are Universal, so they couldn't put this one in that pack, so I just have Child's Play separately. So I do have Child's Play on Blu-ray, but I don't own any of the other ones on Blu-ray. Cabin Fever, Eli Roth's first film. This one's an interesting slipcover because it comes out the side, it comes out this side, and then it comes out this side, so it's kind of unique in that way. I think it's the only slipcover I have. It's also a lenticular, so it's pretty cool. I don't love this movie. It's okay. It's okay. Eli Roth's I wouldn't even say he's hit or miss. He's mostly miss for me. I do enjoy the first Hostel and Hostel 2 for what they are, but all the rest of his movies, they never really hit with me. Except for Knock Knock is fun. Knock Knock's a fun movie, but it's not good. It's not a good movie. The Boy, which came out, I think, in 2016. It got a sequel for some reason. It didn't need one. This is a movie that I thought was kind of interesting. I really liked the ending. I liked how it turned out. Check out The Boy. I don't know about The Boy 2, though. Love this movie. S. Craig Zoller, who directed this, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Dragged Across Concrete. He's such a underseen director right now. I don't want to say underrated because all his movies are rated pretty good, but Bone Tomahawk, Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson, Robert Jenkins. This is a great kind of Western, brutal, almost horror movie in parts too, about some cannibals that they have to go rescue this girl from. And it's a great movie. This is a phenomenal movie. Definitely check it out. The Babadook, which is a Jennifer Kent film, who also did The Nightingale, which just came out, but everybody says this is one of the best horror movies of the past 10 years. I like it. I wouldn't go that far, though. It's there's a lot of metaphors and stuff in this movie for other things other than the actual Babadook himself, and sometimes you just want to watch a ghost movie where he's actually real, and I don't mean to give anything away, but I don't think the Babadook's real in this movie. So there you go. Audition. People keep telling me about Audition. They say it's phenomenal. I know it just got an Arrow release. I got this DVD at Goodwill, though, so I need to watch the Audition at some point. Army of Darkness, Screwball Edition. The 4K of this is going to be announced soon from Scream Factory, so keep looking out for that. 30 Days of Night, Josh Hartnett, Melissa George. Haven't seen this since it came out. I don't remember it being... It's kind of like The Thing with vampires. is what I remember, but just not as good as the Thing. Maybe need to rewatch it though. I think they did a sequel to that one. 28 Weeks Later, which is a sequel to 28 Days Later, which I have the Blu-ray of, but I don't have the Blu-ray of this. I have the DVD. Let's see. Beelzebub, which is a movie starring Tobin Bell from Saw. This came out earlier this year. The cover makes it look like it's kind of a Rosemary's Baby ripoff, maybe. I got this sent to me from RLJE, and I still need to review it. So I'm very behind. I'm very behind on things. Let's see, Halloween 5, which is, we're going to get into my Halloween collection. They're in all kinds of weird order. Like I said, I didn't prepare. I just pulled this shit off the shelves and started showing it to you guys. Halloween 5, though, I like this movie. I know a lot of people don't. I like Halloween 5 and I like 4. Underrated Michael Myers sequels, in my opinion. I like both of them. I like Rachel. I like Jamie, played by... what's her name? I know she's all over Instagram. She's got a very successful Danielle Harris, Scream Queen, classic Scream Queen. I love those two movies. I love them. Halloween 2, love this movie as well. Got that Scream Factory steelbook a couple of weeks that I posted in one of my Blu-ray hunts. But yeah, this is a really good movie. And of course, Halloween on DVD. You got to have Halloween. Now, I bought this. This was the extended edition. So this had the made-for-TV version that added 12 minutes of extra footage shot for television, which I didn't enjoy a lot. I kind of liked it because they added a lot of scenes with the mental asylum and him talking to the boy and stuff. And whenever I saw that, it kind of, because I think Rob Zombie took a cue from that, and he added a lot of that into his movie. I don't like that. I like to just skipping time and going straight into the killing and stuff. The less you know about Michael Myers, the scarier he is, in my opinion. So I don't like that extra 12 minutes that they added, but it is what it is. It's cool to have. Halloween Resurrection. A lot of people don't like this movie. It's okay. It's fun. I remember this movie because I was a huge, massive Halloween fan back when I was like 15, 16, and this movie came out right at that time in the theater. So I just thought it was cool seeing Michael Myers on the big screen in theaters because that was the first Halloween movie I saw in the theaters. I wasn't old enough when H2O came out. At least I don't think so. I might have saw it. But yeah, Resurrection. It's not good, but it's fun. It's decent to watch if you know what you're getting into. I also got another copy of Resurrection in this triple pack, this Miramax Collections. It's got Curse of Michael Myers, H2O in it. So yeah, I needed to get, I realized I didn't own H2O. I needed to get them all on Blu-ray at some point. And I call myself a Halloween fan. I don't even have all the Halloweens on Blu-ray. Let's see, Friday the 13th, classic. Still waiting for my Scream Factory box set. Maybe it'll come today, tomorrow. I don't know. As soon as it does, I'll do an unboxing video on this channel. But I'm patiently waiting, patiently waiting. And this is a classic slasher movie. And speaking of Friday the 13th, here's my DVD box set. Does anybody remember this? I think it came out in like 2005, 4, somewhere around there. So this one has these really shitty like DVD cases, like really thin, paper thin. But they do have, I think does it have, sorry, I'm going to take a little bit. All right, so 2 movies on 1 disc for each of these, but they're little paper thin cases. This was a cool set at the time. I remember really enjoying the set, and it's got an extra bonus disc for all the special features. So cool set. A really cool cover on this set too. Really cool cover. Freddy vs. Jason. I love this movie. I remember seeing this in theaters, and it just blew my mind. It's like, it's not the best movie, I know, but just seeing Freddy and Jason together after waiting 10 years after the end of Jason Goes to Hell, that epic finale, the end credit scene to that movie, it made my horror-loving heart very happy to see this movie, and I think it's great. Excellent soundtrack. Love the soundtrack in this movie for sure. The Fog, classic John Carpenter film. I'm kind of lukewarm on this movie. I like it, but it's not as good as some of the other Carpenter classics for sure. Final Destination. I think this is the 4th in the Final Destination saga. I don't think I've seen this one. I think I've seen part 5, but I think I missed part 4. I've seen all the other ones. This is one of my favorite Final Destinations, part 3. And I got this one, I think, at half price as well for only $1. This is a cool slipcover on this one. But yeah, the one with the roller coaster. And growing up, like, I used to be a big theme park enthusiast and riding roller coasters all the time. You would always think about this kind of stuff when you were on a roller coaster, and it always made it a little bit more thrilling. because it was like the off chance that you might something might happen and you might die riding with the roller coaster falling out. I remember when I rode roller coasters, I was always hold it real tight because I thought it might pop and come out. And yeah, this movie right here kind of made all those fears come to life. And it was really cool. I love this movie. I saw it in theaters, and it's a really fun Final Destination sequel. It's my favorite one of the whole franchise. Then we got Final Destination 2, and we got Final Destination, the first one. I've had both of these for a really long time as well. I got them both on Blu-ray, I think. Yeah, I think I got both of these on Blu-ray. But yeah, these are fun movies. I like the Final Destination movies. Exorcism of Emily Rose. I remember not liking this that much, but I found it for $1 at half price, so I got it. But yeah. Now this is one of maybe my top 10 movies or horror movies of the past decade, the entire 2010s. Evil Dead, directed by Fede Alvarez. Controversial opinion, but this is my favorite Evil Dead movie. I think this is better than the Raimi movies. I know it's completely different tonally. It doesn't have the comedy and stuff that the Raimi movies have, the slapstick nature, but this movie's scary as hell. It's awesome. It's brutal. The final 15 minutes of this movie are just so freaking awesome. And just that final scene where she has the chainsaw and she says, I forget, what does she say? Feast on this motherfucker. And then she jams that chainsaw into her. Oh, it's so good. I love this movie. Love this movie. Jane Levy's such an underrated actress. She needs to be doing more stuff. All right, Jason X. Yep, I do actually have Jason X. I need to rewatch this. Maybe this month. Maybe I'll watch Jason X this month on Blu-ray when I get that collection in. Paranoid Park. This is another Gus Van Sant movie, and I have not seen this one. There you go. Open Water. Was this like a found footage Jaws movie? I remember when this came out and people were freaking out over it, but I never saw it. But I found it at half price and bought it. All right. Last House on the Left. This is the remake. I think Aaron Paul's in this movie, Jesse from Breaking Bad, but I haven't seen... I think I saw this movie in theaters. Maybe I rented it when it came out, but I haven't seen it in a really long time. I need to rewatch it. Lady in the Water, M. Night Shyamalan film. I remember rewatching this right before Glass because I did like a Shyamalan rewatch series on my Instagram, and I remember thinking that this was not terrible. It was okay. It's kind of boring and it drags, but it's not a bad movie. Ju-on 2, which is a Grudge movie. This is the Japanese Grudge 2. Haven't seen this, but I found it for $1, so I got it. That's the theme with a lot of these movies. Now, both of these I've had for a very long time, and this whole franchise kind of disappointed me because I thought it was going to go further. Jeepers Creepers and Jeepers Creepers 2. I was just excited that they were bringing back like the horror icon thing, and I thought that Jeepers Creepers was going to be the next big horror icon in the early 2000s. And they were going to make like 5 or 6 of these, which they did do a part 3 like a couple of years ago, but I never saw it because by then you missed the boat. They needed to crank these out like one after the other. But yeah, the director, I know there's issues there, some stuff that I'm not going to get into, so it's kind of controversial, but I do enjoy both of these films for what they are. This one, a lot of people talk about. I haven't seen it. The Innkeepers. I think I found this at either an FYE or a Half Price Books for very cheap. So I know a lot of people talk this one up, so I need to check it out. You got Identity with John Cusack. And this was actually a James Mangold film, the guy who did 4v Ferrari, Logan, Walk the Line, tons of terrific films James Mangold's done. And he did this movie in, I think, 2003. I remember seeing this in theaters. Another like mind-blowing ending to this movie. And I actually really enjoyed this one. I need to go back and watch it. A lot of great people in this movie. House of Wax. This is one I revisited a couple of years ago, and I do like this movie. I think it's. I think a lot of people think it sucks. It's a really good slasher. I enjoy this movie. All right, so we're getting into some Hostel territory here with Hostel 1 and Hostel 2. These movies are really gross and disgusting. I do enjoy aspects of them, but they're not movies I want to go back and rewatch all the time. That whole torture porn phase with these and the Saw movies, that was like a dark era for horror, in my opinion. It wasn't good. That's not good horror. It's not really scary to me. And yeah, these movies, they're okay. They kind of put Eli Roth on the map, but not ones I really want to go back and revisit a lot. Both of these, I don't think I've seen the second one, but I have seen the first. This has that cool cover on it that Walmart had. The Hills Have Eyes and Hills Have Eyes 2. These are both the remakes. And I don't know if I've seen this, but this one, directed by Alexander Aja. This is one of the best remakes ever made. This one might be better than Wes Craven's movie. Really awesome movie. And it's sick and grotesque in the same way that like Hostel is, just the stuff that they do. And yeah, it's very brutal. I love The Hills Have Eyes. All right, we're getting into some Hellraiser here, guys. Let me try to put these in order so I don't like go from the last one down. But all right, we got the first Hellraiser on DVD. I covered this on one of my recommendations. I love first Hellraiser. I also love Hellraiser 2. To me, these are the only quote-unquote good Hellraiser movies. There's other Hellraiser movies I enjoy, but these are the only ones that are technically good, in my opinion, is Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2. Then we got Bloodline. Not a good movie. It's an interesting story and premise and idea, but it's not executed well at all. And I haven't watched it in about 10 years, but I definitely don't want to go back and rewatch this one anytime soon. The Haunting of Connecticut. This is a random. I kind of had this in the middle of the stack. I haven't seen this one, but I haven't. This is kind of during that phase of like pre-Conjuring where, well, this might have came out after The Conjuring. I don't know. No, this is 2009. I hated ghost movies and stuff like that because they were all like this, just really slow and boring and all the same. The Haunting of Who, The Haunting of this, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. It was all the same crap. It just wasn't as good as the original stuff like The Exorcist and Haunting of Hill House and stuff like that. It wasn't until The Conjuring that I completely did a 180 on like haunted house films because they started getting better with like Insidious. Basically, James Wan brought these kind of movies back for me. All right, back to Hellraiser. We got two just horrible Hellraiser sequels, and that's Hellseeker and Hellworld. This was during the phase of I was just desperately hoping that every Hellraiser movie that came out was going to be good. And I was like, are they going to bring it back? Is it going to be good? It just never was. They never got back on track. So yeah, it was sad. Sad for the Hellraiser franchise. All right, so this is a 4-pack Stephen King collection. You got Cat's Eye, Dreamcatcher, Dolores Claiborne, Creepshow. So I have a Scream Factory of Creepshow. I haven't opened this yet, but I need to watch Cat's Eye and Dolores Claiborne. Dreamcatcher is a horrible movie. It's very laughably funny, though. All right, Hillside Cannibals. Haven't ever heard of this one, but yeah, maybe I need to watch this one. Wolf Creek. I do remember this, kind of like a Texas Chainsaw style movie set in the Australian outback, but I remember this one being kind of good. Jesus Christ. Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween. I've said so much about this movie. Everybody knows if you follow me or whatever, watch me on YouTube, watch me on Levels of Geek show. This is my least favorite movie of all time. I hate this movie. Just for how Rob Zombie destroys the character of Michael Myers. I know there's defenders of this movie, and I will say this. I think that Tyler Mane is a very intimidating, imposing Michael Myers. I think he does a great job. I think the mask is awesome in this movie. I think that the second half of this movie is really good. It's a good slasher. I can't get past the beginning and what he does to the character. It pisses me off every time I watch it, and I can't stand it. But there's redeeming things about this movie. But I hate that first half so much. It like hurts me inside to watch it. Wicker Park, Josh Hartnett, and I think that's Diane Kruger in the movie. This was actually the first movie I remember Rose Byrne being in. She's like kind of like the creepy stalker character, but I remember this being pretty good, and I found it for $1, so I picked it up. Texas Chainsaw 2013. I think this is the one that has Alexander Daddario in it. I found this for $5 at Walmart, so I picked it up back when it came out. And it's got a cool like little embossing right here with the Texas Chainsaw, so I need to watch this one. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2003 remake. I actually do really enjoy this remake. For a while, I actually liked it better than the original until I learned to go back and rewatch the original and appreciate it for what it is. But yeah, this was a solid remake, probably one of the better remakes. Texas Chainsaw 2. This is a really fun movie. It's not great, but it's really fun. Dennis Hopper is awesome chainsaw battle in it, and yeah, this is like I think somebody's quoted this on my Instagram when I posted a picture of it. They said this one's like the Saturday morning cartoon version of of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I completely see that and agree. A Leatherface. This is Texas Chainsaw Part 3. Have not seen this one, but I need to check it out. I think I found it at Goodwill. This is the first Texas Chainsaw on DVD. And yeah, I have the steelbook of this one on Blu-ray, so I haven't checked this one out in a while on DVD. But yeah, it's a classic movie, guys. Classic movie. It's really gritty. It's really dirty, dingy, disgusting. It feels so real. Like, it feels like a documentary. Just the way it's shot and filmed and stuff like that. And that's what I think makes it scary. There's a lot of bad acting and stuff in it and bad direction choices, but it feels real. And that's why I like this movie. That's why it's great, and that's why I think it holds up. Another Kevin Bacon horror movie, Stir of Echoes. And I haven't seen Stir of Echoes in a while. I think it's a 1999 film. But like I said, Kevin Bacon's been consistent in the horror genre from the 80s to now. Like, he's still doing good stuff in the horror genre. You know, with, I think it was You Should Have Left. He was in that over the summer. So Kevin Bacon never abandoned his horror roots, and that's why I'll always respect Kevin Bacon. Sacrilege. This I've never seen. I don't even remember where I bought it, but probably at half price. This is another half price. You got Species. I haven't seen this one in a long time either. I remember it being really campy and cheesy sci-fi monster movie from the 90s, I think. Back to some Resident Evil. We got Resident Evil Apocalypse, and I got this at half price for $1. Got a cool slipcover on it though. You pull it out, and you know, she's on the actual slipcover, and the DVD's the regular case. All right, guys, we only got 3 more left, and I'm exhausted. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The Puppet Master, 9 movies in 1. I haven't even opened this yet, but I watched the Puppet Master, the first one, on Blu-ray because I have it on Blu-ray. First Puppet Master is not good. I do not like that movie, but I remember the sequels getting better. I remember this being a franchise that gets better as you go, and then you get into part 4 and 5, and there's like aliens that come and stuff like that. But this is a series I need to rewatch. But yeah, the first Puppet Master sucks. I need to watch 2 and 3 because I remember those being good. Kane, See No Evil. See No Evil. I remember this being a pretty decent slasher. I think they made a second one, right? I haven't seen the second one. Maybe I need to watch it. Psychopaths is another random Walmart watch. That wasn't good. This movie kind of sucked ass, to be honest with you. I don't even know if I finished it. I bought it because it looked like a cool kind of strangers ripoff horror movie. And yeah, it was not good. But that's it, guys. With that, I am done with my entire DVD collection. So I don't even know how many DVDs I went through. It was at least 200 or something like that. But this video's going past the 1 hour mark. It's going on about 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'll edit some out. I'll do some editing here and there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. For those that stuck all the way to the end, I appreciate it. I hope I entertained you somewhat in showing off my DVDs and stuff like that. I know a lot of people usually like these kind of videos and stuff, so that's why, even though they're exhausting to do, I like doing them because I know it's a video that, you know, people might discover my page on and go back and rewatch, and people just enjoy collection videos. I enjoy them. I like watching them. So I thought I would do that for you guys, and you know, I'm going to have more collection videos on this channel. I want to do, because I've got like 100 VHS tapes. I want to do VHS collection. I've got tons of video games. I might do some video game collection videos. Just fun stuff like that. You know, I just want to have fun on this channel and show off like my collections and do reviews and physical media report, Blu-ray hunts. That's all fun stuff that I enjoy, and you guys enjoy it. So please comment down below if you enjoyed this video, if you like this kind of stuff. What kind of a collection video would you like to see next? And also just point you to my playlists in my YouTube channel. You can go to that. I have a collection playlist where you can go back and see videos like my entire Arrow collection, my entire Scream Factory collection, my A24 collection. I broke all that up into segments like Criterion's, Target Special Editions. I did all kinds of segmented collection videos, and then I did one big massive Blu-ray collection video as well. So you can go check all of those out. They're all on my collection playlist. This one's going to go on my collection playlist as well. But I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys next time.